Go Pro on top of that helmet. Chalayne Hughes.
What are you doing, Susie? Then we got Sunny and Foxy. Whoa. Alright, so it is Friday. I just got home from work and just fed the horses. So, you're welcome, Bob. I said just fed the horses, and Sunny's over here smiling at me. Like he's so happy that I just got home. So, I put a blanket on him because he's shaking right now, like really bad. The girls seem to be okay. I'm going to try to let them dry off a little bit more before I put their blankets on. I'm probably going to take off his whenever he gets warmed back up. Just so that he can dry off completely, and then I can go ahead and put it back on him once he's dry, instead of him just being covered up, soaking wet with a blanket. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Gonna go through and brush them, try to get help their coats dry off a little bit faster. But they're probably gonna be camped out in here maybe for the rest of the night. I don't know for sure. Is that a yes, please? He's never done this before. I don't know why he's doing it now. I think he's just happy that he got his food and got brought in. What's he doing? Is he so happy? Huh? You want some water? You want some hot water? Please. What's you got? Oh boy. Really? That good, huh? Okay, so now that we have them taken care of, so they just finished eating. Sunny was done and making all kinds of faces and everything. So I went ahead and went to go grab them some hot water in the house so that they could have something warm to drink, because I'm sure they don't like drinking this really, really cold water. So, and I haven't even checked the level of it because I have it turned off right now because I think my float is broken. But yeah, so they have hay. I'm gonna let them dry off. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go inside for a little bit while they're kind of drying off and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the horse trailer, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and open up the back of it just to kind of look inside to see what it's looking like. Because if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen the previous vlogs, my horse trailer leaks like in the front. So, and when I say in the front, I mean in the front where Foxy's head goes. So yeah, we're gonna check that out and see what the damage is there. And then I'm probably gonna go ahead and hold off on putting shavings in just yet, because it sounds like it's wanting to rain again, and I don't want to put fresh shavings in there and get it all spread out and just for them to get wet. So we're gonna go check out that situation, and then we're probably gonna go ahead and go inside and just chill out for a little bit, let these guys kind of dry off, get a little bit warmed back up. They each have hay in their stalls and everything, so they're just chilling, enjoying all that. But yeah, said basically everything is in the horse trailer as of right now. I would like to go through, and I'm probably going to go through and clean out my truck in a little bit, because I am going to have people riding with me tomorrow. I need to go ahead and have my front and back seat cleaned out for that. We're gonna do finish up all the stuff and things tonight. So basically all we have to do tonight is put hay bags up, and that could probably even wait till tomorrow morning. put hay bags up, and then put down shavings. Like I said, that could probably all wait till tomorrow morning. It should not be raining in the morning. So there is still like a slight chance that it's going to rain tonight. But I don't think so, because I want to say that the rain's probably moving right through because it has been raining here all day. We're gonna go ahead and look over a couple things and make sure that we have everything. I've came to the conclusion I'm gonna drive in sweatpants tomorrow because it's gonna be so cold. Like, the low for tonight is like supposed to be like 38 is what the weather app is saying, which means it's actually supposed to be like 34, because for some reason what the app says and what it actually is two totally different things. So if it says it's gonna be low, it's definitely gonna be lower. So I'm going to go ahead and get all my clothes and everything packed up for tomorrow and put up in my wardrobe bag. So we're going to do that. I think I'm going to put it in the truck instead of putting it in the horse trailer. I think I don't think I've put it in the horse trailer ever. So I just hang it on the back handle in the back seat of my truck. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get all that get the shirt and the jeans put on a hanger, get all that put up tonight so that I don't forget it tomorrow, because as I had talked about, I've been having jitters for the past couple days. Yeah, I'm just basically going to go through, kind of play by ear of what exactly I want to do for tonight and what's going to be held off until tomorrow in the morning. So it's probably getting close to 5 now. I think it's like 4:45 right now. So we're going to go ahead and do some things, and I will check back in with y'all probably either later tonight or in the morning. Alright, so I'm glad I'm checking this now. It's almost 7 o'clock. It's like 6:40. And my tire it's not too low or anything, but it is sitting at 50, and I would like for it to be up to 60. Then I want to come out here and braid Foxy's mane, potentially braid Zeze's mane if I have time, but Foxy needs her mane redone. So we're going to go ahead and do that, put blankets on them, all the fun stuff and things. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put shavings in the trailer. So that way the only thing we have to do tomorrow is put Foxy and the hay bags in the trailer. So we can leave early in the morning. So it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I have been up turning around in bed trying to go back to sleep for the past hour and a half, but can't. So we're gonna do makeup. And I could go feed Foxy, but I don't want to wake her up if she's sleeping. Just because I can't sleep doesn't mean that she can't. So I'm gonna try to stay in the house and do stuff in here before I go out there. I'm gonna go out there in probably about 30 minutes. So I figured I'm gonna go ahead and work on this for 30 minutes. And I'll go ahead and finish up everything outside whenever I get up and get them up and everything. So yeah. But it has been a night because I woke up around 2:30 and have not been able to go back to sleep. So yeah. Here's the before, and we will see what the after ends up being. Alright, so here is the makeup for the day. We're gonna go ahead and just do red because our shirt is red. I had a full like glam idea for this, but then I was like, no, it's like we're not doing all that. But hopefully we can do it in the future because I think it would be like super cute. But my alarm just went off. It's a little bit after 4:20, and we're gonna go ahead and start making our way out there and just kind of moving around slowly, letting the horses start getting up. So what's it doing, Mama? Oh, goodness. Oh, big stretch. Good morning. Excuse me, ma'am, it's your wake-up call. I've never really came in here when she's been sleeping, like, in her stall. Like, I've seen her lay down in the field and everything, but she's never, like, I've never seen her. Really? Good morning. How are you? You ready to go run some barrels today? Huh? Are you ready to go run some barrels today? She's like, oh, the yawn. Is you that tired? No, I'm not letting you out. Not yet. Not yet. You gotta eat your breakfast first. Yeah, you gotta eat your breakfast first. I think she's gonna be good to go today. Per usual, we've got Lily that was up on the front porch waiting for me. That was up waiting for me. Like, as soon as I opened up the door, she was sticking her head through it. So she's ready to eat some breakfast too. Okay, so a little bit about today. Me and Foxy were in the slack number 7. So we would have been top of the drag. Because I think they're dragging after 5. Pretty sure they're dragging after 5. With that being said, yesterday, I was going through checking to see who had notified turnout and everything. Everybody was below me. After lunch, I had 2 doctor releases before me. So that puts us at number 5 in the drag. So what can you do? So the difference with WPRA, if it says condensed drag, then you move up if it's a notified turnout. If it's not condensed, so say it was not condensed and those 2 doctor releases would have turned out, I would have still been top of the drag. So what can you do? I'm not too mad about it because since I have been up for an hour and a half, like the last hour that I've been up, like I went through and was looking at one of the Facebook pages that they kind of like update you the standings and everything, the results and whatnot. So I was looking at last night's stuff. 8 girls had ran and 6 are placing right now. So with that being said, I went through and checked all of the girls. It's like a little thing that I do is I check all the girls that are placing, click on their names, see if anybody has posted videos, even the ones that have not placed. I try to go check for videos because there are some girls that they go ahead and post them right after they run. There's only one girl that posted her run, and it's the girl sitting in first. And she was bottom of the ground. Like, I think she was number 8 for Thursday night performance. And so it does look like they drug after 5. So the ground looked pretty fresh for her. But looking at the ground and everything, I think we're just going to go ahead and send it. She placed first. The girl behind her, she placed second. So what that tells me is that the bottom of the ground is going to get fast. And I don't know if we're going to place or anything. Foxy's not quite up at the 1D yet. But also, we've got 20 girls, I think, about to be running today. Either 18 or 20. And the ground's going to get faster. Is what I'm kind of seeing here. Is that the ground gets faster the more that runs on it. So we're going to send it. We're going to see how things go. I'm going to go ahead and put out hay for the horses that are staying here. And I'm going to go ahead and put up the hay bags that are going with us in the horse trailer. So I've got a couple other things that I need to do before we leave. And I will probably check in with y'all either at Why Not or at West Monroe. So we're going to stop at Why Not in Pineville for a little fuel up break. And just go ahead and get everything fueled up. Get us breakfast. All the fun stuff and things. You're good. All right, you ready, Mama? Alright guys, so all in all, Foxy had a really great run. This is her first time ever being over at the Ike in West Monroe, so she has never been in this pen before, and for her to go ahead and just run the pattern. And another thing, like Chloe was telling me, she's like, I think it was on me that she slowed down really bad for her second barrel. I was like, that shouldn't even really faze her, but Chloe was convinced that she slowed Foxy down at the second barrel of just like, hey, why are you here? Foxy had a really good run going. She kind of slid a little bit on her first barrel, just kind of getting in there, slowing way down, trying to stop to make that turn, and just I could feel her slipping a little bit along, like across the dirt, but it actually was not that bad. I think just a little bit wet for the most part. Her second barrel, she slowed way down. It could have been from how she took her first barrel and she decided to go ahead and slow way down and move around her second barrel. Third barrel was great. One thing that kind of threw me off was that Chloe was explaining to me, like, the first barrel was up here and the second barrel was back here. Like, the first and second barrel were not in line. I came off of our first barrel and I thought Foxy had blown it way off because I was like, there ain't no way that she stepped out this far going to her second barrel. It was not even that. She didn't blow it off like how I thought she did. The second barrel was moved way back, so that was like what kind of threw that off a little bit probably. I don't know. But had a really great run going for the most part. She kind of like freaked out of there going back into the alley. She wasn't sure where to go, like if she needed to turn or go in or what. Like it was just, yeah. But for this being her first run ever at West Monroe, I cannot be mad at her. Cannot fault her at all. She did really great. We ended up 28th out of 36 with a 17.44, and I believe a 15.7 won it. So, what are you gonna do? Said, I feel like we lost a lot of time around her second barrel, especially because she slowed down so much. It seemed like there were a couple horses that didn't quite handle the ground or just handle the barrels how everybody wanted them to. from what Mom was telling me is that there was one girl, like the first girl out, had a really good run going, got to the third, and her horse blew off the third barrel. There was a couple other people that I was hearing, like they were just not pleased with how their horses ran. So I don't know if it's just the arena. I don't know if it's the ground. I don't know what it is. So, but apparently there's some people that they just don't like the arena. So who knows? We might go back for next season. We might not. We're going to see how everything plays out. But I don't think I'm going to be going to Lafayette this year, mainly because there's a lot of stuff going on with work. Probably the same for Lake Charles, but we're going to have to see how everything plays out. Another thing that kind of seemed a little bit off to me, I don't think Foxy was feeling her best. And we could probably put that, like, kind of into play. And when I say, like, she wasn't feeling her best, like, she wasn't... I think she just doesn't like being, woke up early for this kind of stuff. I know whenever I had pulled her out of the stall, like, her stomach was making a lot of noises. But she did have, like, bowel movements and everything, so I wasn't too concerned with colicking or anything. She went to the bathroom on the trailer and everything just fine. The only thing, though, that kind of made me kind of sideways, like, maybe she was not feeling her best for the day, is whenever we got home, like, she used the bathroom back to back, like, number one, back to back. And I was like, I've never seen the horse use the bathroom like that within the span of, like, a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. So I think she may be, like, a little bit self-conscious about using the bathroom in public and on the trailer. Of just number one. Number two, we're good, but just number one. I think she's a little bit self-conscious about it. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but it just seemed a little bit off for me. But she definitely was way more spunkier last night, way more spunkier this morning. So I think she's just really not an early morning kind of girl. So we're going to have to see. Said I was very, like, I wasn't, like, almost, but part of my mind thought, what if I take Ceze? What if I take Ceze? Just throw her in there. So... But I decided not to do that. I was like, nope, we're not even to that point yet. We're not even going to think about it. No. So, but part of me was a little bit like, what if we did bring her? What would have happened if we brought Ceze? And so I guess this is going to be, like, probably the number one question that I'm going to ask myself from now on. If, like, I decide to take Foxy to a rodeo and run her. And kind of be, like, in the back of my mind of, like, what if I brought Ceze? What would have been the outcome then? So, am I saying that Ceze is better than her mom? Absolutely not. She's not even, like, she hasn't even been entered yet. So, I guess the number one thing that brings that to my mind is I do really think that Ceze is going to be my mud horse. So, and I feel like with these, I've ran 2 slacks and I've ran 2 performances. Both of the slacks that I've ran have been super wet. Foxy does not like that ground. But I noticed that Ceze loves mud, and I know that she loves playing in deep, wet stuff. Foxy does not. So I think what's going to end up happening, if I keep on running at slacks, I notice this kind of pattern of the ground being really wet. Kind of, it's not a dangerous kind of wet either. They just really soak the dirt, and I don't know if it's the day before or the day of the slack, but it just seems super wet. So I think that Ceze might end up being my slack horse. Like, potentially. So, because I do know that Foxy doesn't really like wet dirt. She doesn't like mud. She doesn't like that kind of stuff. And to be honest with y'all, like, Ceze looked way more awake than Foxy did yesterday morning. So that was also kind of played of, like, what if? She seemed more alert. She seemed more awake. Like, she was ready to do something. But like I said, Ceze has not yet been hauled. Foxy has been hauled way more than Ceze has. Foxy already has the mindset of how to handle the rodeo atmosphere, in a sense. So I feel like it's going to just end up being one of those things in the future of, like, do I haul Foxy? Do I haul Ceze? Because you can only run one in a rodeo. It's not like a jackpot where you can enter both of them. So we're going to have to see how all that plays out. I'm kind of on the fence of going to one more barrel race, maybe a rodeo, in the next month or so. And what I mean by, like, on the fence, like, it's all just work-related stuff. So I don't know how much availability I'm going to have for barrels. We may just go ahead and take our break until March and April. So I don't know what all is going to be going on from here. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff going on at work. So we are going to have to see how everything plays out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this vlog. I hope that y'all were cheering us on from the house. And I guess we will be seeing y'all next time. Bye, guys.